What's up, people? Super King Adora here. And for those who may or may not have known, we're about to get into this real quick. Mortal Kombat 11 had dropped a teaser trailer yesterday.
Cease, Liu Kang, before you doom us all.
Shang Tsung?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Alright, well, what we finna do is, for those who haven't seen it yet, or maybe you just was hoping I do one, congratulations, your wish has been granted. But either or, we finna play this trailer real quick, and I just want to go over a few things of what I hope that might come to pass with this with the trailer. All right, so let's roll clip.
Our work is finished, Liu Kang.
Lord Raiden,
It falls upon you to architect a new history.
then together, let us begin.
Cease, Liu Kang, before you doom us all.
Shang Tsung?
In defeating Kronika, you destroyed her crown. Without it, you can't restart history. Send me into the past to steal the crown from my island before the hourglass shatters.
Why are we listening to this snake?
Because I am a snake who's toiled beside Kronika, learning her secrets. I know them. Do you?
We need help.
But whose help?
Welcome back, Your Highness.
What have you done?
I must ask, sorcerer, how long before you betray us?
I find your lack of faith amusing.
She can aid us against Kronika.
I was her protector for life.
Shang Tsung has become far too dangerous, and I doubt his new allies realize quite how dangerous he is.
No one can predict what happens next. Not even me.
10-10, need backup now. You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Okay, so as you can see there, Shang Tsung, which is I'm hoping will be explained as to how he got there. Maybe he stole something from Kronika that allowed him to travel to where Liu Kang and Raiden is, right? But he's telling Liu Kang that, hey, look, you already messed stuff up. You can't fix anything without that little headgear that Kronika was wearing, which was a key point that I did forget. So basically, the plot is going back in time and getting the crown so actually set time right. The interesting part here to note though is that this is what happening right here is actually talked about by Shang Tsung in one of his and Liu Kang's intro dialogues.
Back from the future, Shang Tsung?
Sent here by you as it happens.
All words you utter are lies.
Well, apparently the sneaky sorcerer wasn't lying this time. And as it so happens to be that particular quote, now that particular quote always kind of sounded weird to me that he would say that. And it's interesting that that's what they chose to run with, because with the way Mortal Kombat 11 ended, it left me wondering, okay, so if they were to make a new MK, how would it go from here? This seems to reset all that. It's basically finna retcon the ending of MK11. So it's not just left hanging in the air, because I thought it was going to be like, maybe we're going to have a chance to have a male Sonya. Like, you can get two versions of each character now. Male Sonya, a female Sonya, male Scorpion, female Scorpion. You know what I'm going with here, right? But, okay. They're going back in time. They're going to try to get the crown, basically to reset everything. But we all know Shang Tsung has an ulterior motive. But what I want to discuss here is, okay, look. We have Fujin and Sindel. I mean, Fujin and Shiva. I mean, Sindel is there, yes, too. The reason I messed up and said Sindel is because I'm hoping that they fix her character. Like, will this be the shining light, the shining beacon of light in the darkness that we've been wanting? Like, we all know that they rehashed Sindel's character. They made her this murderous, gold digging bitch. And I don't really want to just throw that term out there, but that's what they did. They made her a gold digging hussy. And the theory out there is that Sindel is brainwashed, right? Because when she was brought back in MK9, which was the start of this whole reboot trilogy that we have thus far, Sindel was brought back, but she was mind controlled to be more cooperative with Shao Kahn. So this Sindel that we have here, MK11, could be the result of that, right? And I'm thinking that this time when they bring her back, to make her cooperative to fight against Kronika and not side with Shao Kahn, who is at that time working with Kronika, they would, or Shang Tsung, because he can do that type of thing with restoring souls and all that, he would bring her back, but her memory would be more reminiscent to the Sindel we remember from the original timeline, basically from when Mortal Kombat was under development by Midway Games. Now, with that being said, I am extremely excited for the possibility of having the old Sindel come back. Now, the faces she made in that trailer, at least when she was fighting Cetrion, have me kind of worried that this still might be the new Sindel, and I'm using air quotes here, people. But speaking of Cetrion, I'm actually hoping she kind of doesn't die, because I like her character, at least what she's supposed to represent. She's supposed to be virtuous, and in the storyline, she kind of had a chance to redeem herself there, right? But she didn't. She gave in to Kronika and her mother for what she thought might have been right, even though she had that feeling that it was wrong. Like, Cetrion was fighting with herself. And I'm hoping that Cetrion can redeem herself in this story. But let's get into the real nitty gritty right here real fast. Is Fujin and Shiva. Okay, now Fujin and Shiva. Shiva was MK9, and she seems to be the same from as she was. And Fujin, as you can see, looks very fast and nimble. Like, he look like he's going to be a real mix-up heavy kind of character, while Shiva remains the powerhouse that the Shokans normally have been in the MK series of lineup of games. As far as the gameplay wise the game goes, I am actually looking forward to picking up Fujin, as he is actually a favorite of mine from the MK Armageddon days, as I missed out on the games between MK4 to Armageddon. Like, I didn't play MK4 and Deception, and came back in on Armageddon and had to get used to all these characters and whatnot. And Fujin was always a favorite of mine, and to see him come back in MKX had, it brought a smile to my face, and to find out that he wasn't playable greatly upset me. It's like, that's a thing that is like a running trope with MK, the MK games. from X and 11 is you see characters in the game that you think you're going to be able to play, but you don't get to play them. And that was the same course of action here with MK11 when they shown Shiva, and lo and behold, we couldn't play Shiva. But they're here now, as is stage fatalities. Stage fatalities seem to be making a comeback. They show one for the Deadpool, and I wonder if there's going to be more. Like, would it be added stage fatalities, like maybe for Tank Garage Bunker or the Coliseum, as the such. They even went as far as to add friendships back into the game. Now, friendships is an old feature from the Midway series of games. I think they're from MK3 as well. As MK9, they had babalities, and MKX had stage fatalities brought over from MK9 once again. MK11 is bringing them back. And stage fatalities is it's a staple, and they're a staple. The only thing I could think of that's better than killing your opponent outright is pouring a little bit more salt on the wound and just killing them with something hazardous from the stage. Friendships is back as you know. That's what I kind of thought mercies were. I thought mercies were like, I don't want to call it the cop out friendship, but I thought mercies was the alternate version of the friendships. You know, you grant mercies, giving your opponent to fight back, but hey. I'm going off on a tangent here and now, but look, we got friendships back, and I'm curious to see what they all are. As Scorpion, for some reason, wants to hug a teddy bear. So does Sub-Zero give you an ice cream cone or something like that? Does the Joker give you a balloon that doesn't fucking explode? More to be seen, as it's coming fairly soon, May 22nd, people. So mark your calendars and make sure you're here to check out SKG, as he will be supplying these videos to you when it first drops. Most likely go on live streaming. But until then, I want you all to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you all later.